Hey, I got a tutorial for my last trick, which ended up with a royal flush, which is pretty good. So here we go, on the road. All right, first, a little cold out here, so I want to warm up my little fingies. All right, here we go. So there is a setup to this trick, and it is the royal flush, okay? So this time I picked diamonds. I used hearts, I believe, in the trick. It doesn't have to be in order. They could be mixed up. It doesn't really matter. But that goes on top of the deck, okay? Like that. So that's the stack, or the setup. Okay, then you can give it a shuffle. So you can, again, you just got to be careful. Hard to work with cold fingers. Just make sure you leave the, these 5 at the end. So we know the trick can still work. That's pretty easy to practice, actually. All right. And then I just drop each card somewhere like this. Random. So there they are. And then I go, all right, I think I'll even flip some cards. And then you just cover cards. Okay, so I have a certain amount of packets. It doesn't really matter. But of course you want, I would say, at least 8, to make the trick look really nice. So I have 9. Okay. So then the next step is you decide, the people in the trick or watching the trick decide whether we want to flip it or leave it facing up or facing the way it is. So let's say this one faces the way it is. Flip it. Flip it. Keep it facing the way it is. Flip it, and it doesn't really matter. It'll all work. Keep it the way it is. Flip it, and keep it the way it is, okay? So now we have a mess. Some of my straight is in there, not all of it, but hopefully it'll all work out, okay? The next step is I do the same thing, but I do even numbers, so you can do 2, 4, or 6. You can't do odd numbers or you'll mess up the trick, okay? So let's say you take the first 2 and go. Do you want to keep them face up or flip? Flip? Okay, how about these 2? Keep them the way they are. These 2, flip them. I'll take 4 this time, flip them. Take 4 again, keep them face down, flip them, keep them face down. All right, so again, we have a mess. All right, then I'm gonna put them into 2 piles. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for, there it is, a king. That helps me think that that's the pile. There's a jack, there's a queen. So then you square them up, and again, nobody knows what's going on yet. You can't tell what's going on by just seeing a couple of those cards because everybody's looking at both decks, or both packs, I should say. And then you go, all right, which one do you want to flip? So if you want to flip this packet, you just leave it the way it is, okay? But if you decide to flip this packet, since it has my diamonds in it, you go like this, and then when you pick it up, you flip it back over like this, okay? And then you go, all right, I'm gonna bet you that there's only 5 cards facing up in this pack. Let's take a look and see. Oops. And then you come up with your royal flush. So hope you liked the tutorial. Go back and watch the trick. And thank you very much.